going on, guys? I'm back and I am here with my V-Modas, all three of them again. The last video was really long because it was the first listen. If you enjoy that kind of content and you like that kind of lengthy content, awesome, cool. Let me know. This is going to be more of me telling you what I've been educated on after playing with these a little bit and reading up on them a little bit more after that first listen. Because the thing that I took away from the first listen was that these here are the wireless generation 1s, right? The thing I took away most was the difference in sound, mainly the bass end of things. It wasn't, to my ear, it was not as warm. Okay, sorry, maybe I will never not have a long-winded. Why is this giving me, are you kidding? Right, what the hell was I saying before that happened? Okay, the difference in sound. From what I learned, the V-Moda Crossfade wireless 2s, which are right here, put that over here. Okay, so wireless 1s, wired. I'll show you why I have them in a second. I'll tell you why. But like I said, the biggest difference that I noticed was the sound, or the quality of the output, what it sounded like. The bass was far more warm, far more deep, far more punchy on the version 1 than the version 2. So now what I've learned is that, and this makes sense to my ears, first and foremost, on the wireless side of things and wired, these have a completely different driver system. Drivers, I guess you could say. So the sound stage is fundamentally different than the wireless ones. It's actually probably a bit similar to the wired Crossfade 100s. Okay, now also what I read and learned was that these were intended, much like their form factor would suggest with the collapsible hinges like you had in the first one. These are actually more meant to be a successor to the wired version and actually skip the wireless version. So, okay, took that, tried to digest it, and following with that statement from what I read further into it, the gentleman, Zeb? No, I'm totally butchering that. I can't remember right now. But the gentleman that is the CEO of V-Moda over there in Italy, when he made these first gen sets, headset with Bluetooth connectivity, he was going for that market. Foremost. As I understand it, his intention for this, the V-Moda Wireless 2s, was the Bluetooth or the wireless was more of an afterthought, and it's intended to be wired. So, reading all that, okay, cool. Am I gonna need to get used to it? Yeah, because I got used to these, and these, honestly. but I mostly got used to these. As you can see, I put the XL ear cups on here. If you didn't watch the other video, or if you didn't want to watch the long video, I put the XL ear cups on here. These came with similar ear cups to the first version. So these on my head are, do I have them right? Yes, I do. Are exceptionally comfortable with the XLs. And I like the way they sound when they're powered. I will admit that when you wire them, when you take the, yeah, I can do it with one hand. When you wire these suckers up, they do not sound as good. Like a lot of other Bluetooth headsets, these take advantage of the battery power to boost the driver signal. These, from what I gather, and this part you can definitely correct me below, but I don't know that. I think the difference, because one of my commenters on the longer video suggested that I try putting, comparing wired to wired, take out the whole Bluetooth, which was a good idea, and I did do that. And these don't seem to benefit from having the battery power the drivers. So they act just like these first gen, and I go back, here we go, full circle. It would very much seem like these wireless 2s are a successor to the Crossfade 100s, not so much these. So getting back to my conclusion then is I am torn because I like all three of these, don't get me wrong. I would still recommend a V-Moda to, oh boy, okay, you know what, one more thing. One of my commenters, because I honestly didn't really watch my own video, my style as it is right now. I've gotten out of editing, I just throw these on there and hopefully you dig the content. Over the me pouring time into fancy editing. Been there, done that. I don't know, it's not my thing at the moment. Anyway, one of my commenters said that when I was testing these for the first time, there's way less sound leak with these new ones. And the ear cups, the stock ear cups are different than both the old style and the XLs. They're like kind of, again, in the middle of those two. I don't know. I imagine these must be removable. I'm not going to do that right now. But I want to put these on here and see if the sound leakage is different. But that's one other thing. So to try and conclude this as quickly as I possibly can, these guys, I don't want to say I was misled, but with my first lesson, I was ignorant to some of the facts. But again, I don't mind that because on our first listen, I kind of like to just, it's a first listen, I don't really want to be educated. I mean, when you spend this much money on a set of headphones, I want to hear what they sound like just cold, literally ignorant to whatever other than the technology and stuff like that. I didn't read up on, everything I just said, all the CEO's intentions and supposedly what the differences are with the fact that these are, I've already went through all that. So, they're different. Are they better or worse? No. I mean, they're just different. Now, I have not DJ'd in close to 2 decades. So I have not produced for probably 7 years, almost a decade. I haven't produced music. And when I was producing music, I really wouldn't gravitate towards these for reference. I gravitate towards the Sennheiser open back. But I'm kind of going on a tangent here. The only reason I do so is to say that, again, all this stuff, if you enjoyed my reviews on these different headphones, awesome. I love that you like them and my thoughts on them. But I am just a consumer now. I don't produce, whether it be actually making the music or spinning it and scratching it. I don't produce anything. I just consume. So as a consumer, I'm really, my ears like the first version while they're powered. So hopefully that was a good part 2, or maybe a proper review or comparison between all 3 of these guys. I guess it would go like this, or like that. 1, 2, 3. Whatever. I don't know what I'm doing anyway. It's too late at night. So I hope that was more helpful and somewhat more concise. So now let me stuck.